Well. Hello, everyone out there in Tarot Land. This is your girl, Lizzie Libran, and welcome to my channel, The Goddess Connection, where the grown women come chill and heal. What's going on, my divine feminine? Peace out there to everybody. How you living? How you live? I hope everybody's out there doing swell and doing it well, especially you, divine feminine. It's been set on my heart to do some decoding the spells. I haven't did these in a while because these are my videos that get the least views. And I was like, if I came across something like this, I would just be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? This would just be so phenomenal. It's so knowing and gives you clarity. You know what I'm saying? I break down these words where normal everyday words, and I let you see the esoteric, which is the hidden message behind it. You know what I'm saying? The true meaning of the word. You know what I'm saying? And I've been breaking these words down and people aren't viewing them, but now I know why it's happening behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to come back and, the people that are meant to get these messages, they will get these messages. Okay? Because there's some important stuff. I'm teaching you how to see through this spell, which are the words, spelling. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to teach you how to navigate so you can see how to navigate through this matrix because it's built to trick the mother, hence the name matrix. Okay, so let's break down some words so you can decode the spell that they have over you. Okay, last night, y'all, I just seen this little monk meditating, you know what I'm saying, by my window. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking, I see stuff, you know what I'm saying, and when I'm in my dream state. And I was like, wow, so when I see stuff in my dream state, I go and I look it up. You know what I'm saying? And I started looking at this program this morning, you know what I'm saying? This rising, I want to say. And it was just so interesting. I came across some little monks, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So Spirit was putting it on my heart for me to break down the word, to decode the spell of the word wife. This is the word that we're going to be working with today, y'all. Because everybody want to be a wife. You want to be a wife? Are you sure that's what you want to be? You know what I'm saying? It's a great thing to be. But you need to know what the hell it is. Okay? Let's break down this little 4-letter word, wife. Okay? And it be the smallest words that be having the biggest impact, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The smallest words have the biggest impact. Let's break down this word wife. Okay? Now, if you've seen my previous decoding the spells, you know that I put the word through different phases of being. Okay? Because our language consisted of only consonants and symbolism. Okay? So I'm letting you know that the vowels are interchangeable. So in the word wife, W-I-F-E, you have 2 vowels. You can take them out. Take them out because they never existed. You can interchange them. You can put 3 I's. You can put O-I-E right there. You can do whatever you want to do with them because they never existed. But when they use these letters to put these spells on you, they're used for a specific reason. Okay? So that's why I give you different phases of the word that it can be in so that you can see the esoteric message behind the word. Okay? And what I mean is wife. I put an A in and made it waif. I put an E in and made it with. I put an I-S-E because if you study language, guys, you know that F's and S's are interchangeable, so as D's and T's. Okay? F's used to be S's, and S's formed to F's over time. I don't know which one was first, but you could do your research to figure out. But one derived from the other. Okay, so if you would read old literature and it will be more likely it would be a F where a S is normally where you think it should be. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I put it W-I-S-E because F's used to be S's. Okay? So you can navigate through this matrix, okay? And so that made that word wise. Okay. And then I went even further and I took the E off the end of wife and I made it an I. And look what we got, Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna take you through all the phases of these words because these words are wrapped up in the meaning of the word wife. Okay? Okay? All right. The first one we got is wife, right? Okay. What is a wife? Wife is a woman who's legally or formally united to a man through marriage. Okay? I'm going to read that again. A wife is a woman who is legally or formally united to a man through marriage. Okay? The next word we got on the list is waif. I changed wife into waif. WAFE. Okay? The meaning of waif is Waif is a brand that focuses on sustainable products. Waif promotes eco-friendly living. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Waif is a brand focused on sustainability, sustainable products, and promotes eco-friendly living. Okay, that is what a waif is. Now, the word waif is esoterically intermingled in the meaning of wife. Okay, so I'm gonna let you marinate on that. Okay, all right. The next word on the list is wefe, or however you want to pronounce it, weef, wefe, whatever. But WEFE. Okay, so that's what we're gonna work with next. WEFE. Okay. Now, what is WEFE? You pronounce it wefe, weef, however you want to pronounce it. But it is an approach that emphasizes on interdependence of water, energy, food, and the ecosystem. So WEFE is an abbreviation for water, energy, food, and the ecosystem. And this is the approach that emphasizes on the interdependence of one another. So water relying on energy, energy relying on food, and food relying on the ecosystem. So you're dependent on one another. It's one big circle of life. Okay? I'm gonna let you marinate on it. Okay? All right. You got it? You got it? I hope you got it. I hope you got it, Divine Feminine. I know you got it. But hope you get it. Okay? Now, the next word that we're dealing with is wise, WISE. And we all know what that means, but I'm going to go through it just like I went through all the rest, okay? And wise is to have knowledge or insight. I'm going to say it again. Wise is to have knowledge or insight, okay? Marinate on that, ladies. Marinate on it. Okay. And the last one on the list, ladies and gentlemen, because I know y'all regular ass looking, is Wi-Fi. Okay? Let's deal with Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a connection that gives access to a network. And while I was at it, I just put the definition of network down there. Network is a system of interconnected entities. Come on, man. Come on now. Let me read this again. Wi-Fi is a connection that gives access to a network. And a network is a system of interconnected entities. Woo! Marinate on that, ladies. Marinate on it. All right. So, this little simple four-letter word that's not so simple at all. Wife. It means a woman who is legally or formally united to a man through marriage, someone that focuses on sustainability and promotes eco-friendly living, and that's living in harmony with the environment. Somebody that relies on the circle of life, water relying on energy, energy relying on food, food relying on the ecosystem, the circle of life, how to live off the earth, how the trees can keep you warm as well, give you clothing, how water grows the plants, how your poop or your pee is acidic for the soil, and it helps fertilize, it helps the flowers grow, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, everything is not, nothing is wasted, everything is used to help you sustain, and you're dependent on one another. That's the circle of life, y'all. Okay? 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 So wife is a woman who is legally or formally united to a man through marriage that focuses on sustainable products and promotes the eco-friendly living, that has an approach of dependent on the land, and the land dependent on the food, and the food dependent on the trees, and the water dependent on the, she takes that approach of living off the land and the circle of life. Okay? Because she is someone who's wise and has knowledge and has insight. You know what I'm saying? And if you are in a connection with her, if she is your wife and you plug into her, the connection with her, once you enter her portal, put your USB into her portal, she gives you access to a network. She gives you access to interconnected entities that work together. She gives you access to the God realm. That's why I feel so good down there. Okay? So what they say, to have a wife is to have a gift. Yes, she is a gift. Because through the woman, you ascend to another level, another realm. Okay? That's what wife means. Okay? I'm gonna go back to the monks that I was looking at, okay? Just rising, okay? And what they were saying is that these are men that, okay, the men of the earth knew that the woman had control. And it's because of what she has between her legs, her sacral energy, which is connected to her emotions and her creativity, ladies, okay? In order to create, you know what I'm saying? You have to be tapped into her. A man can't create unless he's tapped into a divine feminine, unless he's screwing a divine feminine, unless he got a divine feminine in the back pocket at the crib, blowing her back out. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be able to create or thrive or have abundance on this realm, because a man can't reach divine wisdom. That's what they call it. They can't reach the levels of divine wisdom because a man is anchored to the 3D, which is physical. Okay? So he can't, the only way to have access to divine wisdom is to transcend. Okay? Now, these is what these monks are saying. Okay? Is to transcend. And the only way to transcend is through your Kundalini energy. Okay? Now, men don't have that, or have very little, okay? So these monks decided to go up to Tibet and meditate and focus on and isolate themselves and focus on the little Kundalini energy that they have, so they can revere that. You know what I'm saying? So they can make it strong. So that's why they isolated themselves from everything and everybody. And their main focus was on that sacral energy, that Kundalini energy. And so by these men being cut off from everything, they learned how to build that Kundalini energy. And so they built that Kundalini energy, and so they were able to transcend to other levels by going within and then transcending. Okay? They preferred to go this route instead of RAPE and the woman, because we were in rulership. And if you did not follow our rule, things didn't go your way. We closed the legs. Ladies, we have the best thing created on earth, pussy. The greatest thing created on earth. And I got a cup, a mug, a shirt, and all that says that in the Good Pussy store. Y'all need to get over there and get y'all some of that. You hear what I'm saying? The link is in the description box below. I'm not just trying to plug my stuff. Yes, I am. But it's beneficial to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all laughing at me. You know what I'm saying? But, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So they isolated themselves and they transcended because they was focusing, they did the work. You know what I'm saying? And they transcended. You know what I'm saying? But instead of them RAPing the women, because that's the only way that they were able to get what we had between our legs. Because if you didn't follow our rules, it wasn't going down. And these men were crazy. They had to have it. They had to have it, ladies. We went through several, I don't want to say civilizations, but I'm going to say civilizations to make y'all know what I'm talking about. We created man, and man wanted to be of a higher realm like we were, of a higher consciousness. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? So, and in higher consciousness, we created these kingdoms, okay? They wanted a kingdom, but you're not fit to rule because you're not connected to divine wisdom. You're not connected to the higher realms. You're anchored to this 3D realm. Okay? They would not listen. So, and they went to war with us. That is the fight, ladies, is men against women. Tale as old as time. Beauty and the Beast. And they're a beast because they beasts because we cut that ass off on them. Okay? And if you do not get none of this divine feminine ass, you know what I'm saying? You will not be. Because we got the Wi-Fi, ladies. We got the Wi-Fi. And they sit up there and tell you this bull that you got to go through Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Which, if you just take Jesus out and put in spirit, you got to go through this spirit, this consciousness, in order to get to the God realm. Okay? But on this physical realm, the woman is God. So you have to go through the woman in order to get to the God realm. Man has to come through woman in order to transcend. And these men didn't want to do that because they would have to follow the woman's rules. So they were RAPing us, ladies, until the monks went into the mountains and they found out we got a better way of doing it. But then you got these men that don't want to do that. That's why we basically living on this earth in a society of rules that is basically slavery for women. They pay men more than women. Men have better jobs than women. Everything is man-based, patriot. To keep the woman subservient to them. To take care of her needs, her finances and everything. So that she can rely on a man. So she can open her legs to him whenever he wants. That's why I focus on women, get your own damn bag. Because that's what we had. We had our own damn bag because we was able to create. We was keeping our energy, not giving it to them. And we were the creators. Okay? And they did not like that. So they went to war against us. They were RAPing us. And they did not want to do what the monks did in order to transcend. That was too much work for them. So they put us in a society where the rules are geared toward the men. So we have to be subservient to them. Over there in India and in some Arab areas and stuff, it's legal for them to beat their women. You could beat your woman out in the middle of the street. They won't say nothing. Because it's all about having control of the woman. And they want control of the woman. They want you to be their wife because they want to have a connection to the entities, the gods. They want to have a connection to have access to the God realm. And it's not regular women. It's alpha females. Women, and I say alpha females, these are women that live off the earth, gardeners, vegetarians, vegans, pescatarians, foremen, women foremen, women in the garden, women that watch what they eat, women that are not alcoholics, not promiscuous, just focuses on this ecosystem and the way of life, living off solar power, building wells, wind energy. She figured out the secrets of the earth. And why did she figure out the secrets of the earth? Because she gained the knowledge and the insight. Okay? This is the woman that they want. Somebody like me. Somebody that eats of the vine. Somebody that's into herbs and crystals. Someone that has knowledge and insight. Someone knows that your poop and your pee grows the flowers and the seeds and the other earth, and you know what I'm saying? And when animals die, they go back into the ground, and you know the circle of life, and you live off of it. You don't live off no grid. You don't live off no system, what they got here. You're Lilith, and that means that you live in the way that you live will bring the system down. And these are the type of women that these men want to attach themselves to. Not these old regular hoes, not these old regular women. You know what I'm saying? They want these women to wife. The women that takes the approach of independence on water, energy, food, the ecosystem, and the circle of life, and how we can live in harmony. You know what I'm saying? How the divine mother has left everything here for you. These are the women that they want to take to wife because she has the knowledge and they want to use her as their Wi-Fi. That's why I have the Masons chasing me. That's why I have somebody from my past chasing me with his raggedy mouth ass. I cut his ass off years ago. And when I cut him off, he's been chasing me ever since. Because he wants my creativity. He wants what I have in my head. He wants my sacral energy. He wants to give me a ring. He wants, I love you, I want a wife. That's not a good thing for you to be. Not to just anybody. I am the Wi-Fi to my man now. And he hates it. This bitch came at me full speed ahead when I told him that I was engaged. And he's like, I will be damned if you be the Wi-Fi to somebody else because I want to connect to your womb and take your creativity and create abundance and corporations off of what's between your legs. And he's chasing me, and he's probably outside my house now. They ride by her in motorcycles. Bitch, I know it's you. You don't know it's intimidate me. This bitch be doing candle magic and everything, y'all. So being a wife is not a good thing. Not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? To be to somebody that deserves it. But you have these men that want to run this earth, and they know that they can't run it without what's between a woman's legs. And I'm fighting this bastard and his group, the Masons. They all around me, y'all. This raggedy mouth mother, you know what I'm saying, from my past, with his little dick ass. Do you hear what I'm saying? All around me. They tried to get up in my crib yesterday and was messing with my door. And I'm standing right behind the door, waiting on them to instant, and I was going to blast their ass right up the steps. Don't play with me, okay? Because if you coming to get it, you going to get it here. Do not let these men wife you up because it's not a good thing. Because what you're doing is being their Wi-Fi. And you know, people be wondering, he got the best wife at home. She take care of him. She do everything. Why does he cheat? Because he don't love her. Yeah, he got the best wife at home. He has the divine feminine because she is his Wi-Fi. He don't give a damn about her. But she's being a dutiful woman, not knowing that she got the damn power. Cut his ass off. And you will see the malfunction. So I'm being chased so that I can be this bastard's Wi-Fi. But it ain't going down, bitch. It ain't going down. If you bring 10 people to my home, 6 of y'all gonna leave here. So figure out which 6 is gonna be. I will not be your Wi-Fi, bitch. You're not worthy. And this is what wife means. That because you done figured out the secret, because you have the knowledge on how to escape the matrix, by living off the system, the ecosystem, by solar power, water of the land. I mean, hell, Mother Earth got you everything is growing here. You know what I'm saying? Eating of the vine, using wood to stay warm, wind energy, solar energy. You don't need, the divine has given you, Mother Earth has given you everything. Man ain't gave you nothing. Because he refused to bow down to the woman in order to get the information that's in her womb. The monks done told them how to do it. The monks in Tibet done told them how to do it, but they didn't want to do it that way. They prefer to or AP the woman or have her living this slave lifestyle, making her be submissive to a man, subservient, when that's not her role. We shouldn't have made them, y'all. We shouldn't have made them. But we here now, and this is what we're going through. Everybody just killing themselves to be a wife and to have a husband. If you a wife, you are, and you have a husband, that man binds you to the house. That's what husband is, house bind. A house band. He bands you to the house. To be in the house. To not create. To take care of his funky ass while you're there, while he's connecting to your Wi-Fi, which is between your legs. That is what wife means. Wife is you're being his Wi-Fi. Do you want to be his Wi-Fi? Do you want to be him to bind you to the house, restrict you? So be careful what the hell you ask for. These words carry energy, y'all. And that's what wife means. All right? All right. And you don't have to believe me. You could do this same research for myself, and you don't have to stop there. You can just keep breaking it down, breaking it down, breaking it down. Open your eyes. Wake up. Okay, ladies? I love y'all, man. I mean, I know what we're here to do. Because they trying to take my life because of it. A funky bitch from my past. Do you hear what I'm saying? A ugly mug. You know what I'm saying? A rotten mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I see you, bitch. And it's going to forever be on. That's why they do voodoo and witchcrafts and come hither spells and love spells. Because we don't want they funky ass. Because you refuse to bow down. I ain't bowing down. What do you mean you ain't going to bow down to the king? I'm the king, bitch. Which means to rule with love, and it's a feminine word. King means sheing. A man can't be is she. That's why these are homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? Because they know who we are. All right? All right, I love y'all, man. And I'll see y'all on the next Decoding the Spells. These is the videos that y'all should be sharing, ladies. Squat the hell up. Peace.